Hi. Tell me, do you remember this from a few years back?
On a flight to Sydney, passenger John McGurr says that Virgin Airlines treated him like a sexual predator.
A stewardess came up and she said, "I'm going to have to ask you to move." I said, "Why?" And she goes, "Because you're not allowed to sit next to children because you're a male."
It's a bit sexist, isn't it?
It's just our policy to not have males sitting next to unaccompanied minors.
And she walked up the aisle trying to find a female to ask to swap with me. By that time, people had looked around and...
Yeah, how did it make you feel?
like I'd done something wrong, defenceless as well.
On the face of it, the policy certainly does seem to be discriminatory. It's aimed particularly and only at men.
So, men can't even sit next to a girl. And this didn't happen on this same airline. It happened on Alaska Airlines. Which is a shame, because I wish it would have happened in that Virgin Airlines. But anyway, Oregon woman sentenced to house arrest for molesting female passenger on Alaska Airlines flight. Okay. An Oregon woman was sentenced to house arrest Monday after she pleaded guilty to molesting a female passenger on an Alaskan Airlines flight last year. Heidi McKinney, who pleaded guilty to assault charges in March, has been sentenced to 8 months of home detention and 3 years probation. Now, 8 months, just 8 months, and you get to be at home. No, that's not a punishment, really, is it? And 3 years probation. Witnesses at the time told police that McKinney touched the 19-year-old woman without her consent. Prosecutors say the 27-year-old tried to force the woman to drink alcohol, which McKinney had allegedly smuggled on the plane. She then proceeded to grope the victim's breast, genitals, and even licked her ear. Licked her ear. According to prosecutors and police. Okay, now imagine if a man, 27-year-old man, would have done this to a 19-year-old woman. Grope the victim's breast, genitals, and licked her ear, and tried to force her to drink alcohol. I doubt that 8 months of home detention would have been the result. The victim, in a written statement in court, said she forgives McKinney and hopes she'll get the help she needs. I think we as a society expect forgiveness no matter what happens to us, but I would just hope that someone would say that, you know, fuck her or him. I hope that this same or worse happens to that person, so he or she knows what she's done to me. I would like to see someone say that. I personally don't feel you know how much damage you have caused me, the woman wrote. That day you messed with my head and took something from me that I will never get back. McKinney's lawyer Lisa Ludwig said her client was a sexual abuse victim and has been struggling with alcohol abuse since her teens. Is it just me, or do we try to make women offenders look more human any way we can? So, you know, basically making excuses like, you know, she was a sexual abuse victim herself. I think that's twice as worse, because she should know how much that is traumatizing, painful, and stuff like that. So I don't think that's an excuse. I think it should make things worse in terms of sentencing and stuff like that. She recently completed an alcohol treatment program in June and was working toward her education, her lawyer said. I wonder what's her education gonna be. Some sexual abuse victim hotline worker. Yeah. Anyway, well, this is nothing new. A woman gets off easy in court. Pussy pass. Sorry. And yes, that one swimmer got 2 months in jail for raping that one girl one time. But I would rather have 8 months of home detention than 2 months in real prison. And that guy's sentencing was way too lenient. Anyway, I'm gonna finish my ice cream. Have a nice day. Bye.